This man is clearly unfit to be commander-in-chief.
Wrong.
He is a bully.
Shut up.
He started the birther movement.
You did.
He says climate change is a hoax invented by China.
It's pronounced China.
Newsweek has discovered that back in 1998, Trump's company violated the embargo against Cuba, illegally spending $68,000 on a business trip for representatives of Trump hotels and casino resorts. No word yet on whether they were in Cuba to scout real estate or find a fresh supply of beauty contestants to fat shame.
Well, the first presidential debate is over, and it's official. We still have to choose between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. It's like choosing a phone right now. There's really only two options. We don't want the iPhone 7 because it feels like it's kind of being forced on us. Also, it's not necessarily an improvement. But we also don't want the Samsung Galaxy, which could explode at any minute.
On Wednesday, Bernie Sanders actually campaigned with Hillary for the first time since July. And at one point, he seemed to get distracted by something. Take a look at this.
Come together, knowing we are stronger together, to come up with specific policies in education, in health, and so much else.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. He has everyone's phone number.
Headlines and punchlines on this Monday, and since it is Monday and something big is coming up tomorrow night, it's worth a second programming reminder. Of course, tomorrow night, the vice presidential debate, Mike Pence versus Tim Kaine. Newsmax TV will have special coverage commencing at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that means a bit of a change in our daytime schedule. This particular hour of America Talks Live, you will see live tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. From headlines and punchlines to Trump's rally over the weekend in Mannheim, Pennsylvania. He covered a range of issues that are very important to revisit. First, Trump responding to accusations concerning his microphone during the debate. You may recall the day after he said, look, there were some problems. Hillary Clinton made fun of it. But then the debate commission said, you know what? There was an audio malfunction. So here is the way that Donald explained it Saturday night in Mannheim.
It just came out a little while ago that the microphone in the auditorium, the big room, was defective. And it was difficult. And you know, when you have a situation like that, and you know it's bad, and you think you have 100 million people watching, what do? Stop the show? Please fix it. It was bad. I wonder why it was bad. Think of that. I wonder why it was bad. It was so bad.
Well, it was, and let me tell you, I've been in debates. In fact, I was challenging a certain senator from my home state of Arizona who was the Republican nominee in 2008. I think you can figure out his name. Went to debate him one night in Tucson. The next morning, I had to come back and appear on CBS News Face the Nation. And the lady on the floor crew said, wow, that guy from your staff was really upset last night. He said you didn't want to be in the position you were in. What the guy from the other campaign did was move me out of my key light, which is important in television. Now, it didn't make any difference because, in the words of the online Tucson Advocate or Tucson Herald, I won that debate, but it was a trick. And so, Mr. Trump, my advice is have your staff, you're paying these guys well, take an audio technician with you and have them 5 minutes prior to the debate, in the next debate, check the audio system. In fact, have them checking it all afternoon. That would be my advice. But then again, I heard you fine. I just hope you'll be able, quite candidly, to improve your performance in debate number 2. Now, from microphone issues to the health of the Democrat nominee. Donald Trump has gone down this path before, and he's doing it again. Here he is Saturday night in Mannheim.
She has been a disaster. But here's a woman. She's supposed to fight all of these different things. And she can't make it 15 feet to her car. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Donald Trump's gift heretofore in the campaign has been saying what is on a lot of people's minds. And that image from 9/11 of Mrs. Clinton having to be helped, falling into the van, creates real questions about her health. And if you heard, now granted, those folks at that rally are all Trump people, but did you hear the level of applause? He has touched an issue and touched a nerve in a way that, well, is Trump-esque. It has not hurt him yet. But the next thing, I gotta tell you, I'm not sure this is the way to go. Here he is again with another verbal attack on Hillary, implying she is not loyal to either the American people and also may not be loyal to her husband. Check this out.
Hillary Clinton's only loyalty is to her financial contributors and to herself. I don't even think she's loyal to Bill. You want to know the truth. And really, folks, really, why should she be, right? Why should she be?
Well, I guess in Mr. Trump's mind, it's a twofer. You kind of backdoor the sad allegations that proved true about Bill Clinton and his presidency, but you also set up a new line of attack. And if your object is to heap doubt and scorn on your opponent, it certainly does that. The challenge is this. For undecided women, it may not be the best course of action, because although you heard Michael Patrick Flanagan speaking earlier saying that Hillary has a bedrock of 43% support, nothing will change that. You don't want to create sympathy for her. And with that 1-2 punch, one with the health thing that I don't have too much trouble with, but this second with a, well, no way to dodge it, kind of a snarky, hey, has she been loyal to her spouse? I don't know that helps win votes, but we'll see. Now, something else that I think is absolutely fair game, something we talked about earlier, what I'm characterizing as Hillary Clinton's Mitt Romney moment. Remember Mitt Romney, the hidden tape of his speech to supporters talking about the 47% in America? Well, Hillary, of course, in a leaked audio message, took aim at Bernie Sanders supporters. Here is Mr. Trump's comments on what Mrs. Clinton had to say on her Mitt tape.
She's on the opposite side of Bernie on the trade issue. She's totally on the opposite side of Bernie. A new audio tape that has surfaced just yesterday from another one of Hillary's high roller fundraisers shows her demeaning and mocking Bernie Sanders and all of his supporters. They're coming over to our side. You watch. You watch. Especially after Hillary mocks him and mocks all of those people by attacking him and his supporters as living in their parents' basements and trapped in dead-end careers. That's not what they are.
Donald Trump has a fair point to make, and he may actually get a few of those Sanders supporters, but it's interesting how Bernie has completely rolled over and is basically saying Hillary is right. This may be one instance where the Bernie backers will not back Bernie, and Trump may pick off a few votes because it has to do with someone's self-image, and people don't like their imagined champions speaking ill of them. Now, something else, a specific message in Pennsylvania. I'll explain why. Donald Trump talking about what could happen in an election where he's already worried aloud about the system being rigged. Let's watch.
And you got to watch your polling booths, because I hear too many stories about Pennsylvania, certain areas. I hear too many bad stories, and we can't lose an election because of you know what I'm talking about. So go and vote, and then go check out areas, because a lot of bad things happen, and we don't want to lose for that reason. We don't want to lose, but we don't want to lose for that reason. So go over and watch carefully.
Now, there's a specific reason Donald Trump talked about that in Pennsylvania. It is because the way the law is written in Pennsylvania, citizens can remain observant and can file complaints. And when you take a look at some curious conduct, think about the Black Panthers in Philadelphia intimidating elderly white voters at certain polling places there. Continuing on the theme of Philadelphia, take a look at those inner city precincts where not a single vote was allegedly cast for Mitt Romney. Now, certainly in a free society, there have to be a couple of outliers. There may have been a preponderance of votes for Mr. Obama, but no vote for Romney last time around. So Mr. Trump is asking his supporters to watch closely. It's already got Politico up in arms, and so I guess the argument worked. Back with more of your calls and some more interviews right after this.